Mandla. Viva Eva, viva. Viva Eva, viva. Viva. Long live the spirit of no surrender, long live. Long live. Long live the spirit of no surrender, long live. Long live. Down with Pala Pala, down. Down. Down with Ramaphosa, down. Down.
So, Julius Malema, with his colleague from the EFF, after being kicked outside from the parliament in the manner that we all know, he have to address the media. And before we get to discuss more, I want you first to watch this video. Have listened what the EFF leader Julius Malema had to tell the media. Then I'll see you after then for more analytics.
Protection of one individual. Where have you ever seen a lead unit, counter-assault team entering parliament in uniform? Only that happens in dictatorship. Where have you ever seen the media being prevented from speaking to members of parliament? Only under dictatorship do South Africans be denied an opportunity to see what is really happening here. The whole stage has been collapsed in the protection of one man. But we can assure South Africa that we'll never get tired. We'll hold him accountable. If he thought he was going to sweep under the carpet the Pala matter, the load shedding matter, the high levels of crime and GBV and unemployment in this country, we are not going to allow that. Parliament has degenerated, executive has degenerated, the judiciary has degenerated in protection of one man. Welcome to dictatorship. Our country has turned against its own constitution. Police responsibility is outside parliament. It's not inside parliament. Inside parliament is the protection services that get paid to protect members of parliament. But what we saw today, presidential protection team, the counter-assault team on the stage right inside parliament.
Well, what do you take from... what to take from all this? First of all, in his message to the media, you get to understand that the president of EFF, he had to consider that what happened in the parliament today, according to him, it is a way of dictatorship that is taking place in the country. Because according to him, he believed that all they were doing, it was a peaceful march trying to prostrate inside the parliament. And then all of a sudden they have to see some law enforcement entering the parliament, which is not allowed. And you get to see him saying that they will have to take this to the court so that they will have to get more answering to these questions. The court have to decide because, according to him, he believed that they had violated the parliament law. So he believed that this is the beginning of a dictatorship which is taking place inside the country. Okay, fine. It is his opinions, but we just want to discuss about it just a little bit for us to be all in the same page and try to understand if that was really necessary or not. Okay, guys, you all saw how the police, or should I say the law enforcement, have to go and try to attack the EFF members who were trying to step on the stage. And when you get to listen to the EFF president, Julius Malema himself, he insists saying that all they were doing, it was a peaceful prostate because they had some banderole which they wanted to show. Now, the question here is that last time they had this banderole inside the parliament, we did not see them going to the stage to go and prostate. Instead, they did it on their seats. But today, what happened for them to leave the seat and go to the stage while the president is there? Because we need to be more honest with each other when we are having this kind of conversation, because we don't want to mislead people, and we rather speak the truth even if it does not sit okay with other people. Guys, you know, a president of a republic is not someone that you can mess up with, especially when it comes to his life. And people who protect the president, they've been taught so. They've been trained so. Any small move, you can get eliminated. They don't play with the constitution which called as the president of republic. That's the reason why you get to see all over around the world, whenever a president is being attacked, whether someone throw a shoes on him or whether someone try to throw water on him, the security, they have to be there and do their plans. Because they know that is number one of the states. They don't want anything to happen to him. Now, when you get to see the EFF, they had announced about what will happen today in the parliament. And they want to make it very, they did make it clear, saying that the president is not going to address the nation. Besides that, they have also announced the national shutdown activities which will have to take place very soon. So all this, when it comes to the ruling party, even the president who's in power, it's already be a threat for them to take every single action that we have to take. They'll have to take it more serious because they don't want to mess up anything. Now, when the EFF came on media, have all this conversation, and then this message went through on the MP political parties, you know what was going to be the point? It was going to make them realize that, okay, we need also to be prepared, because we can get to see that the opposition parties, they're more determined to destroy this day. So what can we also do on our side? That is how you get to see now even the police entering the parliament, because they were all aware about what was going to happen. So they want to make sure that everything sits okay. Now, when we look at the EFF, the moment they were asked to leave the house, the parliament, they wanted to strike. They were not going to attack the president. That one, I doubt far away. They were not going to attack the president. But they have to find themselves being surrounded by the high security inside the parliament, such as the police, all because they were going to prostrate next to the president. And you can't just approach the president with such kind of intention. After criticizing the president and not wanting him to speak, yet you want to go and stand up to go next to him and start striking. That, I think it was not a good idea for the EFF to do such things. Instead, they'll have at least find another proper way of them striking without bringing this kind of drama that we saw inside the parliament. Because imagine if this was happening out there. This is how we get to see some people getting be killed because they end up making the wrong move. But since it was inside the parliament, of course, it was within their right for them to do so. But at least they should have tried to acknowledge the presence of the president of Republic in that moment. That was going to make things more easy and better for them. So, what we should take from all this is that the EFF, they are deciding to take this matter to the courts. And once they take this to the courts, obviously now the court will have to see what was the incident, what really happened, the moment, because when they will go to court, I believe the ANC and other majority parties, they'll come up trying to explain to the court what the EFF tried to do. So obviously, the court will need to see now what was their intention before they get to go to the stage. If it happened that their intention was just to go and protest, I believe things will go okay. But otherwise, things will not going to be okay. So there's a lot which is happening, and I think this video going to stop it here. I'll see you in our next video so that we can get to talk more about what happened today inside the parliament. Peace.